I could not bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. Then in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent to the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm and the cloud that took the form, and the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view. Of a deep, 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 deep. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. Then in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent to the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm and the cloud that took the form, and the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream where a very eventful day has unfolded. And I guess we could talk about the first thing that was crazy was the fact that Gamestop opened up 70+% and then sold off and closed down 31%, but it's up after hours, almost 5%. It's gonna be psycho everywhere, but yeah, down here, if you were gonna want to play the degen game, that was it. 99% retraces, 886s from lows to highs, whatever, gap fills. Why not? So I'm not gonna be surprised if we eventually see like $50, 57, $63 again. Because Citron Research, who got absolutely obliterated in 2021, they tweeted today, and they shouldn't have tweeted, and they're talking crap about what the Roaring Kitty guy is doing with his position. He's got no thesis, but yeah, this is how the market goes. So I want to see that tweet he constructed. I want to see it age like milk, kind of like what we saw years ago. So pretty exciting times. And no one really knows, but this type of price action on this joke of an asset, GameStop, quite possibly could have caused one of the most insane things ever, where Berkshire Hathaway went all the way down to $185, lost 99.97% of its value, and then they erased it. And then, look, the upside though, they didn't erase that. Apparently, Berkshire Hathaway, today went and saw $142,471. It pulled back and it closed up 0.059%. It is interesting how we have a beautiful bearish crab pattern that completed, and that's where we saw the collapse. But yeah, we won't even talk about that. Don't worry about it. It was this one. It was I think SRE. I don't think you're gonna see them. Yeah, this one lost 99.9% of its value, but whatever. And then Barrick Gold Corporation was another. Yeah, they straight up erased it. This thing was down 99.97% earlier today. As you can see, there's no evidence of that on TradingView's chart because it was a glitch, it was a bug, and again, possibly catalyzed by the sheer insanity of just one meme stock called GME, GameStop. Yeah, I don't even know. It's just kind of crazy stuff that I don't know if I've ever seen anything like what we saw today. Not really. So time will tell if we get more of this, right? And then, cool stuff that happened today was Bitcoin saw $70,000 for the first time since May 27th, just days ago. But unfortunately, it's just, I really do think it's being suppressed by short sellers on the futures market. And I think we saw record levels of short selling volume on futures yesterday.
What are the conspiracies?
Greg P, thanks for the 5 super chat. Well, I think we just talked about it, right? I literally think that was the whole intro of the stream right now was that, So just rewind and hopefully that answers your question a little bit more. I'm sure there are probably more conspiracies about this thing or theories about this thing. Just got to wonder if it continues, what kind of weird market phenomenons are going to occur. So we'll see. You want to be paying attention this week. All right. So yeah, futures suppressing Bitcoin spot price, and I think this might be some sort, and this is a conspiracy theory, that's happening, record levels of short selling volume on futures, and it's to suppress the price of Bitcoin because it's virtually like a sell wall Like they're not. These guys are not allocated completely. They're not satisfied with their allocation to Bitcoin, and so they're suppressing the price as they are able. They're biding their time, I think, accumulating spot price Bitcoin as much as they can, because at some point this asset, like those shorts are going to get squeezed, and you're going to start seeing the short selling conclude, shorts covering, which means they're buying back futures contracts, and that's going to propagate more buying, more bids, a larger rally, and it's going to be a cascading effect where I'm thinking like a God candle is possibly how this thing starts, because that would be super appropriate and historically accurate due to the fact that we know that the high majority of the yield from Bitcoin comes in 10 days out of the 365 days of the year. So that would make sense. Short squeeze. So just know what's going on. I think they're doing that. It's really unfortunate for holders. You know, I mean, we're up, man. We're up big time, like crazy. It's just 3 months of this is just mind-numbing for anyone that believes in Bitcoin, understands it, holds it. Yeah, it's getting destroyed by Nvidia in terms of performance and other assets running circles around it. And unfortunately, we haven't had a very good environment for altcoin trades. I mean, they're set up for higher prices. You know, we look at it. We've been looking at every time I go live, we're looking at them, but there's just no activity. There's no bids. There's no volume. It's a completely sedated market right now. You know, 'tis the season because it's summertime, but it's kind of unfortunate. Very similar to like August, September of 2023 last year. So maybe it'll change with a massive short squeeze on Bitcoin, but I'll be here, right, for when it does, or if it does happen. As you can see on the 4 hour above, Bitcoin just trading slightly below that $69,000 level, which is the former all-time high from 2021. Right there, man. Talk about critical areas for 3 months. It's rough. So yeah, I mean that's the update of kind of the insanity. One thing before we go to Ethereum is a fresh, amazing, all-time high candle close on Nvidia today. And if you don't know, Friday is the cutoff day for the 10-to-1 split. So you would think that this will run leading up to Friday, and then Monday the split will actually occur. So you're seeing $1,150 on Nvidia. It will soon be $115. So beautiful, and it's up after hours, another 0.3%. All-time highs 1,158.19. So you are on deck for the highest price ever, possibly as soon as tomorrow. We will see. And weird enough, you know, most semiconductors not doing crap compared to Nvidia. I mean, they're getting maybe cannibalized. Like AMD, wake up, nothing's happening. Just sitting at the previous, it's almost like Bitcoin, sitting at its previous cycle top, and just John Travolta, like, what? Huh? What? Beetlejuice just hanging around. Look at this, 163.37, closes at 163.55. Look, right there, November 2021. Yeah, they rallied it, but sorry, man. 2 weeks plus of just the chop zone. Bearish engulfing candle, I guess. Confirmed today, whatever. I hope it holds. I mean, you got to think Lisa Su is at least related to Jensen Huang, so a little bit of nepotism. Maybe we're going to prop this up. Yeah, shorts on Nvidia, like, dude, you're just asking to get obliterated. I'm not saying like, oh, it's smart time to go long, but what are you doing? Like, you have no thesis, No strategy just besides, oh, Nvidia is high right now, but actually, it was higher valuations when it was in the 200s, but their revenues have increased so much, earnings per share so much over the past year or two, that it's actually considered cheaper than it was in the 200s, 300s. And I think its price to earnings is 64 right now, which isn't too bad for high-flying tech stock. And people keep comparing Nvidia to Cisco, which is, I think, kind of crazy, because tech itself was like the bubble. And if you don't know, Cisco's price to earnings before it collapsed was 124. So like doubling the price to earnings of Nvidia currently. So could you imagine, like, oh, what if Nvidia runs up and matches Cisco's price to earnings from 2000? I don't even know what that would translate to on price. It would be insane. So it is a highly justified price on Nvidia based on fundamentals. Technicals are getting hot, but we're kind of in price discovery with a 10-to-1 split coming, which is the largest split ever. We in 2021, I think we saw a 4-to-1 split, and then we had a few more, but they weren't even 4-to-1s, 2-to-1s, I think. So, okay, we'll switch back. Go to a. Okay, no. What weird song, dude, killing the vibe.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Okay, Ethereum. Just hanging around, trading at the same price as trading at May 21st. Okay. Looks fine. Probably going to test 4,037. I think you're almost coin flipping if it goes to 3,580 first or 4,037 first. You're elevated after the news-driven catalyst pushed Ethereum to obscene levels in a very short period of time, like 20% in a day. That's wild, man. So oscillators cooled off. You're no longer overbought. Currently sitting at 63.4, so sitting in the bullish control zone. Not a care in the world, really. Yeah, no problems here, man. It's just win Bitcoin. Do something. Not sideways. 3 months plus. Win. Please, God. Can we do something? Resolve this? You know, this is the supply line of the huge flag. You're that close, man. All-time highs, like right here. Not too far. What is Bitcoin off its all-time highs now? Bitcoin's currently 6.5% off its all-time highs, so still got a ways to go. Ethereum, forget about it. You don't even want to know. I don't know. I guess if you want to know, Ethereum is currently 22.22, repeating, of course, percentage points away from its all-time high, which is the 48.44 level up here. Yep, it's just not the time. But I'm thinking it's going to start with Bitcoin and a God candle and a massive short squeeze and mega breakout. And, you know, other assets in the space will follow. They'll catch some bids, but they'll massively underperform the first few days or weeks. And then the confidence will return, the bots, everything, the max bidding of the altcoins will begin. And that's just business as usual. That's normally how these things go. So cool stuff on Ethereum, elevated, looks good. BNB looks good as well. Really good, man. I mean, this is it. Like you are about to conclude with the highest close since March 15th. And you saw today, intraday, the highest price since March 16th. So the all-time high on BNB is 676. So getting very close here to a breakout, 7.37% off of all-time highs. Crazy enough to believe that Bitcoin is closer to all-time highs than BNB. Yeah, it's called Iron Condor Coin Atoms. Cabot. Okay, just beautiful. This thing's solid right here. So much accumulation is evident, right? I mean, you see the consistent higher lows with a sell wall set up, and they're absorbing the supply that remains at the zone of inflection, 621 to 638. And if they break it at, like 670, 676, and then possibly price discovery above that, this thing could melt up. You want to talk about a measured move here just for the memes and fun? We're going to have a good time in here. It's the size of the structure from the breakout. Easy enough, right? Bread and butter. The breakout. So 100% measured move of this symmetrical triangle is $745. That would certainly be an all-time high. Excuse me. How do I do this? How do I turn it on silence? What? I forgot. Man, what's going on? The tablet. How do I mute this thing again on the tablet? What the frick? I don't know, man. Hopefully it's not a problem. Okay, BNB. Exceptional performance compared to Bitcoin. Exceptional. Let's go to Solana. That man, it started out so well and is now just kind of fallen back into straight up complacency, running with the pack, not really doing anything special. That kind of all started, I think, the ETF, the Ethereum ETF, kind of did that. You hadn't seen really a positive day since that announcement, and currently just trading at the same price, trading at May 17th, April 12th, March 14th, you name it, man. Sideways, but still a great entry on the setup, still great profit for now, but just still the trade is not complete, right? It has not achieved the first target, which is just 196, I believe, and I think you'll get there in time. It's just patience required. In the summertime, welcome to the effing show. If you don't understand, like, this is summertime price action. It happens like literally every year. Every year. Every year where we didn't have like bullcrap, sideways, garbage, trash price action like this in crypto. So there's every, and yeah, later in the summer, things can develop. I know, like July of 2020, that's when Bitcoin broke out of that mega log scale symmetrical triangle it had been confined in for a few years, and then back tested the breakout August and September, and then October was the magic month. And then, whatever, we went to 65K from there. Just want to say real quick, thanks so much to all the members of the Patreon that have continued to stay on for years, months,
Uniswap V2,
month.
It's at a 786 retrace. Is it good value?
Isaac, thank you so much for the 2052. We will certainly look at that. Much love, man. Yeah, so just speaking of support for the stream, 100% crowdsourced. Thank y'all, patrons. You know who you are. It doesn't kind of update very well, but I do want to give a shout out to all the renewed patrons. Thank you so much. But also, I am Gail. Welcome back. Thank you for joining the Citadel this month, and Blinders Off. Thank you for the 4 months of support. I have my books, 7 months of support. Dow Jones, thank you for the 8 months. Cat No Banana, thank you for the 3 months continued support. DDD, 6 months support. Thank you so much. OzCan, thank you for the 8 months of continued support. Stonk Conk, 4 months support. Big Cat, 17 months. Certified Crypto, 8 months. Thank you so much, man. Checkmate, 10 months. Thank you so much. Stu, thank you for the 14 months, man. Dr. Kloss, thank you for the 9 months. Renewing today. So thank you each and every one of you, and all the, again, patrons who have been there, and even the ones that are not currently supporting I do appreciate what, your patronage from the earlier days. Thank y'all if you're watching.
Mitch, will you check Regeneron? Monthly breakout and backtest of rising wedge. Potential price targets? Thanks, man.
Is that a joint? Is that a joint?
Grubman, thank you for the 2420, the Iowa Hawkeyes cannabis emoji. Thank you, dude. We sure will look at Regeneron, my friend. Thank you, dude. We will look. Okay, so we looked at Solana, BNB, let's say XRP. All right. I mean, it's the price action starting to look pretty cool here. I mean, it's awful, it's terrible, but they're here, right? You want to manage your risk, you got a chance. You could, I guess. Engulfing candle gonna be confirmed in 31 minutes on the daily. Nice. All right, and that's it. Same price, April 2024, same price as 2017 right now. Hype in the chat for XRP. Wow, amazing. Hard to believe that this is months. Then let us take a look at something that is very nice, because there was a structural development that occurred on it that I believe gave us a higher probability of up next, not down, and it was CAS. It was CASPA. It was the falling wedge, the beautiful chart art falling wedge that broke out officially on the 18th of May. And back tested the breakout, then a golden candle break can go really May 20th, and it's just been a number go up really since then. And the 100% measure moves 19 cents, and you're on the way. Got as high as 17.99 cents today. Incredible. Few and far between of assets in this space that are able to do any of this, because there's just no liquidity. There's no purchases going on. No one's really buying. Everyone's waiting on Bitcoin, I think, for that massive short squeeze to liquidate. And, again, the squeeze to make these traders cover their shorts to cause the price to go higher, which would continue the pump. So we're waiting, man, for sentiment and things to improve. You are in a long-term uptrend on these altcoins. Don't forget it, man. This is how the composite operator gets you. You become complacent over months of nothing, and then suddenly
Monero,
you missed
the
it.
unstoppable train. 0.24412013 LTC.
Hello, caveman.
My
so easy,
4-year
caveman could
patron
do
anniversary
it. We'll
was
look at
yesterday.
Monero.
Cheers for everything over the years.
Dang, Anonymous. Well, that's freaking amazing, dude. We'll just play one Jesus chime for that. Thank you, dude, for the 690. Throwing it on top. Really appreciate you and all the others who have been supporting this crowdsourced community for all these years. It means a lot. Thank you. So, Cass did things, K and the C's up today, 5%, cool. I mean, this does look good. It's like intriguing here. It's not really taking off. It could certainly fail. You could end up falling back down to 50 cents again, whatever, if things don't go well on Bitcoin. But the type 2 returns there at the basement, man. You got a chance for more up. KSM's up 4%. I mean, it's sitting out of support. They're trying to spring it and back test the spring. So there's a lot of upside potential on something like KSM sitting sideways. I mean, it's just kind of a rectangle almost, I mean, it's almost just like this. Yeah, the breakout point will be 33.50. And again, the target will be 43.48 if this ever catches the real bids. You got an engulfing candle going on today, whatever. But it's dead. I mean, it's been dead since mid-April. Before mid-April, it was dumping really hard. So, all right, yeah. There's just not much to write home about in crypto today, Larry. There's not. I wish there was. Reef kind of looking all right. But see, this is what's been happening. Like, these moves occur, and it's like, oh my God, it's taken off. It's going at its highest price since April 24th, and they just pull it back because it's low volume, manipulated, it's crap, you know, but still trading above the 200 moving average, still on track for 2.7 tenths of 1 cent. Just hasn't happened, but everything's there, right? You got all the variables that would imply the probability is higher that we would be going higher next, not lower. I mean, you know, it's sad enough. H bar that looked like it had one of the most compelling arguments due to that weird news-driven catalyst and that really high or low. It just been doing nothing since May 20th, but they pulled it back to 10 cents, 9.8 cents, which is it's an overhead resistance from January of this year. It's the top of that shark. Remember, that was the aggressive target. February 2023, they are trying to defend that, and they're trying to engulf it today, but just whatever, take it with a grain of salt. Market's dead, low liquidity, no volume, it's summertime, and I just think that we need to see the Bitcoin show occur first, and then market participants will gain more confidence to go back into these altcoins. And yeah, whatever. So okay, and that it's only up less than 2%, almost 2%, and okay, you're just kind of running out of assets to look at that are up a lot, up any really today. It's crypto, dead market. All right, forgot. Let's take a look at Jonathan's totals. Jonathan, are your totals okay, or are they terrible? Is it good or is it whack?
I like turtles.
When I was young, he told my girl cousins I would never be a varsity athlete, and frankly, that was a tremendous blow to my self-esteem.
All right, here we are. The flirtation continues. I mean, it really, sideways isn't bad. Just some nice, almost flagging action after a really pretty impulse candle on the 20th of May. It doesn't look bad, but they have tested $2.577 trillion twice now. Once May 21st, second time May 27th, and that's not a joke. I'll just show you again. There it is. There's that peak from May of 2021. It is a big time overhead resistance. Look, they failed to break it in March and April. Twice, double tap, and then it had a drawdown and it's rallied, another 886, and we're just sitting at the bear shark pattern kind of completed. But the reaction has been kind of good, like in terms of good, saying there hasn't been significant drawdown yet. There hasn't been much bearish price action. Not much evidence right now that's showing sellers are so hardcore in control of the market. Not really yet. So you got an engulfing candle going on. You got the highest daily candle close about to occur since May 28th. Really not much, again, just not a big deal, but it's cool to see. I know, man, who cares really? Because it's been violated so many times, but that supply line's going to get broken again to the upside, fortunately. So we got 24 minutes till the daily close, and
It's time for Power Hour.
man, we've been in Power Hour since the stream started. Whatever. Market crash coming. Based on what? Light within? Based on what? Literally just gonna say stuff? Give me some reasoning. Alright, my music stopped. Yikes. Get wrecked, everyone. Alright, so let's go to just real quick, knock it out, do our thing. It's beautiful. S&P 500, the spider, the ETF of the SPX. Look at that, man. Friday wasn't live, but man, what a freaking comeback in the last few minutes of trading to recapture the key level from March, the old all-time high. And then what they do, today they really back tested it. And a big rally off that test occurred, and you closed one of the highest closes ever. You did not fill the gap, though, at 529.77. Probably going to be tomorrow, but that's really nice price action. Wild how resistance is kind of flipping to support as of today. Cool stuff. Bitcoin selling off. Asia's poor, so they don't buy. Asia just sells. That's all they do. Cool. Wow. You want to freak me out? There it is. Thanks for the freak out. Dow Jones Industrial Average, again, Friday was a good day, a recovery, and then today was just kind of meh. And quite possibly you could be watching the highest low in the history of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, right? I mean, if it pivots here, it would be higher than this low, and this was the highest low we've ever seen. So maybe it's a 1 and 2. Maybe so. Let's just scale in on the corn here. What a joke, dude. After the stuff that happened today, Bitcoin stable, unable to hold on to any gains. Currently at 1.58% on the day. Oh, whatever. So, is that going to happen? Or are we going to put in a higher low, double bottom, up in the stratosphere here, kind of like what gold's doing? And we'll look at that. But let's just take a gander at the Nasdaq Composite. That up 0.56%. What a freaking candle on Friday, and a nice one today too. Looks like we might be headed to all-time highs sooner rather than later. Gonna be on the back of big tech, mega caps. All right, I'm down with it. And then the IWM has been performing pretty well.
Hi, sorry I'm late. Been collecting $200 million for my court appearance. Was wondering if we talked to Maxine Waters, yet I need to know what my cone is doing.
Yeah, we talked to her. She blew kisses to SBF. So I guess she was saying buy FTX or something. Thank you, Bat Trump, for the $200 million contribution. Hype in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, it had been performing pretty well like in the recent days, but here you are down 0.56%. It's sideways, man. Same price it was trading at in December 2023. This is the XRP of the index funds. Gah. Big guzz. And I'm not kidding, man. That's not even like an exaggeration. Trading at the same price as trading at January 2021. What a joke. Years later, here we are. Okay. So those are the index funds, and then we can look at gold real quick. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the Dow Jones Industrial Average could be put in the same structure, like we're low, and then, the highest high ever, like the Dow Jones did, and then possibly the highest low in human history being painted right now. A nice bullish engulfing candle was confirmed on the day. We have a new day live right now. And let's see if there's follow through. We get a higher close than the engulfing candles close. It'd be confirmed, and you could very well be seeing a markup. And we could be seeing another peak up here. And I'll be kind of cautious on the third peak because that's like 3 drives looking A. But it is not over for gold at all. I don't know how it could be with, the amount of treasury, U.S. treasury bonds that other countries they're just dumping, and they're just buying crap loads, tons of metals, gold and silver. So good day on gold. It's gold, dude. $15+ trillion asset class. So, or just the asset itself it takes a lot to move this thing, and it's up. So silver. Remember that one time Bitcoin was a higher market cap than silver? No more until Bitcoin gets that mega god candle short squeeze that we've been talking about. Kind of cool to see what happened today. 2981 is indubitably a level. As you can see, it was tested perfectly April 12th. Tested today perfectly. You go back. What is it? There it is. August 2020. Price action correlated February 2021. You can't tell me it's not real. So resistance, 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 but the key characteristic that's different this time is its support. So we're just kind of got a rectangle maybe going on now, right? You got a little sideways consolidation after a really nice impulse, and it just looks like this. Wow. Simple. Very, very simple. Yeah, hot's good, man. These altcoins, man. We're just not looking at it. We didn't look at them today because it's like they did nothing. They did nothing. Yes, they're set up for our prices, right? People are in them, they own them, they have their stop losses set up, and they're just waiting. And I know it's been a minute. You got to keep waiting. Yep, sucks. Summertime. All right, gold, silver. Look at platinum too. Why not? Look at all the metals. Of all the binders of metals, platinum, bearish engulfing candle on Friday. Well, no, bearish engulfing candle today. Dang, lowest daily candle close since May 13th. But that's consolidating after an impulse, after that beautiful through rising valleys. And partial decline confirmed. So cooling off. It's a metal, dude. It's not the casino. It's not GameStop. It's not Bitcoin. It's more like Bitcoin, I guess, but it's not Nvidia. And then copper also correcting after the all-time high we saw May 20th, but engulfed. And buyers trying to recapture that kind of inflection zone. Candle high close from May of 2021 and February 2022, whatever. Very elevated. This was a more meaningful pullback could occur and it wouldn't be weird, but here we are. There's no framework that's like, oh, time to go long. No, nothing like that. Cool. And then natural gas did things. A huge 7% rally today. Well, 6.5% on this one. And then recaptured that key 267, 265 level. It's just very real. I mean, above that, there's upside to 287 again. But yeah, I mean, this is just whatever. Covering it, looking at it, had some good price action on the day. Orange juice making a comeback. What a freaking candle. They filled the gap from May 30th to the 31st, which was, Thursday, Friday last week. And that's it. Closed at its highs. Is it over for orange juice? Maybe it's just the highest low literally ever being put in. You don't know, man. It's the casino. It's crazy. Cotton futures that reversed its trend. I'm sorry, cocoa futures, not cotton. Cocoa futures had its highest daily candle close since May 9th. They're attempting that rally. Could continue, man. Dead cat bounce, maybe. Whatever. Coffee futures that reversed its trend. I really like a bullish back test, 219, 220 here. Quite possibly a piercing line reversal as well. We're open lower than Friday's close and then rallied and pierced through 50% of the previous candle body. So could be Japanese candlestick reversal at a key inflection point. That's nice. It's super nice, man. All started with a sharp, That's kind of it for notable gainers, All right. So I guess we can knock out these requests. Thanks for tuning in if you're here. Hope you had a great long, well, no, not a long weekend, but a weekend. I hope it was good, man. Silk Road to Wrapped Ether. Not a good start. Oof, that's not it. God. Dude, I don't... Super Mario Porsche 911 Inu? Are you kidding me, dude? Are you effing kidding me? It says Silk Road, but I'm not kidding. Super Mario Porsche 911 Inu coin. Okay. What do you want from me, man? I don't know. It looks like the trend's certainly reversing. There's accumulation going on more than before. Yeah, above the 200 moving average now. Whatever that is, 12.94E minus 12. Yeah. Huh. What's up, Blue Smiley? Thanks to follow on Twitch. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do here, but I would say, like, if it was any chart in the world, you could certainly tell that market participants are showing their hand that there are more than before, and the most recent discernible event on this chart is the highest high we've seen since October. Whatever. Okay. Thank you for the contribution, Isaac, man. I just don't know what I can do here. It's kind of like, it does look okay though. Unironically, I know. Bob, we already talked about it. It's called Super Mario Porsche 911 Inu coin. Not a joke, but it is a joke. All right, Regeneron. Let's get a little bit more esteemed here. Let's get a little more admirable of an asset to look at. That is just nothing short of incredible. My God, man. Look what they've done. Just pretty much the S&P 500. Highest low of all time. Late April. And here we are. What happened today on Regeneron? The highest price intraday achieved in human history. $1,000. We did it, man. Jesus chimes for Regeneron. It's a big deal, man. Especially if you work there. Nice. Let's have another alert set up. 1,000. So when we hear it tomorrow morning, we can say hype. Hype for that. Good Lord. I mean, if you're asking me, like, what would you say? Monthly breakout? Yeah, I don't know if the rising wedge was back tested. Maybe you were anchoring a little bit better. I tried to like include 1, 2, and 3 here, but he's probably plotting it with that wick. And then yeah, like 1 and 2 here, the initial anchor points without that third touch would, yeah, that very much is a bullish back test, and that's a nice little bullish pin bar, bullish hammer there for now. And that's where you'd have your stop loss at this point. I mean, it's a crazy trend, but I'm just saying if you're newer, have a newer position, right? I think your cutoff's probably like 950. Who knows how far this could fall if it's fallen below that little back test, you know? Trailing stops, whatever. But yeah, if you wanted to target for upside, potential targets, I think let's go to the monthly, I guess. Yeah. It's freaking crazy, man. Like, we're there. You're at target, bro. I mean, reasonably speaking, like from the high to low here, this is a 1618, and it might be exceeding it, just eyeballing here in linear scale. Yeah, you're way 2618. You want to know $1,166.52. So let's go to log scale, because my God. Oh my God, look at this. Grub, man. Anchor points, right? You see me doing it. High to low. In log scale, look where you are. The 1.618 fib extension has not technically been achieved. Let's try to get pinpoint accurate here on these touches. On the high side and the low side. Hey, you're good. Okay. Yeah, they've done it, right? Look at this. The gold mean ratio is, you can't even see, it's magenta. $994.87, and that's what they're doing. They tested it in February, they tested it last month, and they are now testing it on the new month, the new day of the new month. Nice and golden candle. You break that in log scale, you got to just go with the ones and the zeros. You know, if it's 1,000, then it's 1,100, then it's 1,200, then it's 1,250 and 13 and 14 and 1,450 and 1,500's the big one. So, but if they break 1,000, you can see what happens. What happened to Nvidia so fast? It was, wow, 1,150 like the next day after 1,000 was finally breached for real. So that's it, right, man. That's kind of wild. Log scale, golden mean ratio. Remember, this is exactly where, if you anchor the same way, it's kind of how, this is exactly where Bitcoin's cycle concluded from the 2017 all-time high to that low. Log scale was $65,000. All right, and that's exactly the reverse. So here we are. Spectacular. All right, thanks again, dudes. Next one would be Caveman's most recent contribution and most recent request. Monero, you know, it is doing things. Wow, how about that? What a comeback, man. What the heck? Monero to Tether on the NASDAQ, huh? But it's KuCoin. What's going on? How does it say that? NASDAQ. Yeah, so, I mean, it's cool and all. Nice little M shape here. Rallying above the 200-day simple moving average, but has it made a higher high? I mean, there's so much work to be done here. All right, like 174.40. If it's going to keep running, great, but you got to break that for real. And then you get 188 after that, and then 208. There's a lot of resistance, but someone could look at it like possibly it's range bound. I mean, you could look at it like that too. So you had that initial pump, and then, you know, after that high, that first high, you sell off and you see your first low, and then it's like this is it, right between 116 and 175 here. So in the basement, and a nice rally off the valley, the second valley. First one in February, second in April. So that would probably be your target if it's going to do its thing. 174, 175. Okay. So charcuterie. Hello, chat. Yeah, Blue Smiley, we talked about GME and Berkshire glitch on stream, so you could rewind. It was like the first thing we talked about. So even started the stream with GME up, not even Bitcoin. So we'll see. So good to see y'all. I haven't looked at chat at all. We've just been going. Wanted to get everything and get your value in, right? Like, you know, you don't have limited time, not trying to waste it. So it's just been business. Joseph H, Drain the Swamp, Andrew 2, what's up, Batson, Idiot Error, Boring Finance, Echo Leaf, Delov, Cactus, Lincoln, UTXO, what's up, dude? It's G-Dog, who's been on hiatus. He's been touching grass because the weather finally got better. Cool. Well, hopefully you took down a few surveillance cameras and did your part. Zimpal, what's up, man? Yeah, it's our favorite coin. Clickbait, Bob Walters. What's up, y'all? Good to see. The regular suspects are in here. Jerry Rave, what's up, man? Shout outs to everyone in the chat, man. Okay. Yeah, so just to, so we got through the request. And just talking about, like, real quick, just, you're not crazy. It's not a big deal. It is unfortunate that we are just unable to see any sort of price action that off these amazing setups. But I really do think you've got to see some sort of real price, meaningful price action on Bitcoin, like a mega breakout and short squeeze on Bitcoin before these altcoins are really gonna catch the bids. And I mean, it's sad, man. Algo's been sitting at the same price since April 13th. I mean, you're really stacking up some time here. 51 days. Yeah, Algo's good. I mean, this is not an invalid idea really till it falls below 16 cents. It's sad that buyers just cannot break the 200 something moving average. The good news, at least the 200 is upsloping. Avalanche, another one where it's just like, man, you got it. Like, it's there, but there's too much supply at $40. And hopefully, all you can do is hope for a higher low to get put in the previous lows. It's just, there's just not enough, man. Not enough liquidity in this market right now. And you'll see it. There's going to be like one coin that pumps 30%, whatever, and then all the other ones with the same structure, same subs, just going to get left behind. That's sad, man. Like, look at this thing, dude. Like, loop ring. Like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, it's like the tree peak guy is there. All these countless setups from years and years ago that they develop like this, they set up, and then they go nuts, and then they hit targets, and then they can either end or they keep going. And this one's here, and it's just it could pull a big time. You got to understand that, chat. This whole thing might be big time in the making. We're about to get wrecked, but they're there. They are all there. Yeah, people's patience being tested for sure. Oh, I know, dude. Certainly so. So Scuba Steve is in here. Where's Scuba Steve management, man? You talk to the manager.
Ray, Nvax, 1/3 of float sold short. Your thoughts on chart? Thanks from NY.
Scott NYC, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Much love, dude. Like that contribution. Hype. These things are here, man. If they fail, they fail. It's an unfortunate occurrence. There's nothing you can do about it, but can't say. They're not in these longer term uptrends, and they have these setups that are like high probability outcome of up next, not down. So, but doesn't mean it can't go down. It's just same price, 50 plus days. Kill me now. I know. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, it is like
PSN on LSE, please. Volume a touch low.
PSN on the London Stock Exchange. Så är den طيبة يا إلا bollocks. Bollocks. Right, hey. We'll do it. We'll look at those. I'm just kind of again like engine coin. Like what the F, man? It's so stupid. It's like it was there, and then it goes up like legit, like 41%, and then no. Well, dude, we're just gonna delist it from Coinbase, and there it is, chat. Oh, the harmony, right, of the tunes right there. Beautiful. You just can't do anything. It's just like, okay, it was looking fine. The setup was and delisted, and just we're preparing to delist. Announcement of announcement, and yeah, that hurts the chances of an altcoin. Yep, that'll do it. That's like a kind of a black swan for an individual S coin, but it's not dead yet, which is hilarious. Like, how was this thing not invalid after the announcement of that? Crazy. So, not over, but yeah, the hope wanes on this one. Sad. Super sad. ZRX, same thing. Just dead. Dead market right now. Super dead market. I mean, look at this. Oh, it's May 18th. Nah, it's June 3rd. Just bleeding out, man. Someone get a kerchief. Quick. Wrap it around these coins' extremities before it's over. But still completely fine, literally, in terms of setup and everything. No problems, still pretty much falling below 40 cents. So you get it, man. Just kind of like reiterating the whole thing, like where, yeah, the setups are there, but no liquidity on these markets right now. So let us take a look at Novax. Novavax, yeah. Mother of God, dude, you can't even make this up. You cannot make this up. It did the thing, dude. Are you the one that requested this? What? I can't believe it did this. I don't even remember the last time we looked at it, man. Really. This is incredible. It did the thing. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be something out of published or put, you know, like in the Discord. But dang, man, someone requested this at some time. Maybe we should just start time. I need to pay someone to start timestamping everything. That's insane. So it was like, where were we? Yeah, it's cool, dude. I think it was. We could go back like February 27th, and that might have been like, see where I started marking it. So we want to go back to February 27th and be like, we need a Type 2 return. Because you just, again, it's the framework, man. It's by the freaking book. And then, yeah, it was an earnings thing, so it could have gotten obliterated too. So it was gambling, but it made the TA be respected this time on the coin flip. So the Type 2, the spring back test, $4. You cannot make this up. I mean, dream stuff. Absolutely, it's kind of like 3M a little bit, but more insane. August 2019 low, December 2019 low. That's where you're looking for harmonics extension patterns to be completing. You remember the other one too. The very similar type price action in a completely different market. You can't even make this up. And I'll just look at it real quick. Yeah, I mean, if we talk about targets, like what? It's beyond targets. I mean, next level would be, there you go, $23, $23.20. See the swing lows. And you could say whatever above that, a little bit higher. Overhead resistance $25. Okay, cool, whatever. You know, that's it. That's more upside, I guess. The other one, okay, just to reiterate, education and structures and all that. You know, value. KSM. Remember KSM, dude? Way down here. It was right here. It was freaking insane. Like, you can't even make up how stupid it was. Where the harmonic, right, completes Type 1, Type 2 return. There was bullish divergence on the oscillators. It was godlike. And it was happening where? Oh, all-time lows? No way. Yeah. And then from there, the asset appreciated in value, literally 115% in 45 days. Yeah, whatever. Downtrend continued later, and you got another type of M shape. But I'm just saying, like, it's cool to see. And then we, real quick, so you can see here the sheer absolute beauty of these extension patterns completing at key inflection points from years ago. It's cannot make this up. Like, this goes back. This is an old high from 2003 and 4. That's where the zone starts. You can see the price action correlate so many different times over all the years. So that's it, man. And then, you know, you got a spring back test almost, and you got the momentum shift. You got kind of everything, and it's just recently hit its highest level since January of 2023. Anyway, thank you, Scott NYC. A third of the float sold short. Thoughts on the chart? Again, like, it's in no man's land, and $25 seems like the next kind of inflection point. So thanks again, Scott NYC. Kind of got me on a positive bullish rant about extension harmonic patterns. Nice. All right, G-Dog wanted PSN. Låtsas sådär persimmon och GBP oh my god, so situation shows my of course mate. We got memory here. I got the inflection points identified. Look, 2006 and 7. And then price action correlated in 14. And then that nice spring back test in 2015. Yeah, crazy 2016. But then look at the COVID crash. Like that perfect back test in V shape there. That was beautiful. So just below that zone, they're trying to paint a structure that's massive. We're talking like how many days of development of this structure? 590 days? Nah, whatever, no big deal. You could certainly see it. I think everyone and their grandma could see that developing. So it's all about so we know their supply at 1,431 pounds, 1,538 pounds, but we don't know if they will. We don't know if there's enough demand to breach the supply that exists at this zone. So it's kind of like that. I do like that potentially it's a higher low on the right shoulder than the left shoulder. That indicates a lot of strength. I like that on the rally there was the market participants were unable to test the 200 moving average, maybe too much demand, and here we are with a very well established neckline. I would just say the neckline is the inflection zone. It's too perfect, you know. So 1538, mate. You see the beat. You're gonna be celebrating eating tea, crumpets or whatever, you know. Above that, my God, man, sky's the limit. What the heck? 200150. Okay, interesting. It's kind of off, kind of way too high, but you're in an interesting spot here, man. Very interesting. I would keep your eye on PSN on the LSE. That's a G-Dog contribution. That's a G-Dog type of setup right there. It'll go all day, mate. With me try. Nice. MicroStrategy outperforming Nvidia. Shoot, dude. George Soros owns Microsoft. Not MicroStrategy. It's a different type of micro. It's a lot harder than Microsoft. So, yeah, it was up 6.75% today. I mean, if George Soros owns it, it's probably going to do fine. I think we have long-term targets for 2,264. It's a gap fill from 2,000, and the all-time high from the year 2000 is 3,328. So, yeah, I think if you own this, you just wait, man. You're just waiting for the big God candle squeeze on Bitcoin. We know what's going on. We know they are suppressing the price of spot price Bitcoin with futures. Again, like record levels of shorts on Bitcoin futures put in yesterday. And I think on Friday too. And then yesterday broke Friday's record. So they are doing everything they can to keep Bitcoin from breaking out. Because it looks like it's coming, man. Remember, there's a nice inverse head and shoulders here on like 12-hour, 4-hour. Look at that beautiful inverted hammer reversal. Like, that's freaking artwork, man. Look what they... And it was like a bullish abandoned baby adjacent looking A2. It was just good. Real nice. Yeah, patience. You'll see higher prices most likely on this one. Been live now, 1 hour and 9 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bullet sub. Thanks for being here. It is again a sleepy summer situation. Very low volume, very low liquidity. It's really hard to see big moves outside of some glitches in that environment, especially crypto. Like, it's just dead. It's really dead. It's as dead as it was in August, September last year in crypto right now. So, what the heck is history? History, US dollar. Storage, I guess it's history now, man. They changed the name of it. What the heck? Dude, you gotta see how stupid this is. It says history of the US dollar, then Microsoft Incorporated. What the heck? Buggy, super buggy there. Anyway, yeah. So it is the beginning of the month, so I do need to say, like, you know, this is just for the sake of my team. You know, this is how they are able to help me. You know, when you join the Patreon, you get access to the trade setups, the education, the premium Discord. You kind of get more access to me in the Citadel premium Discord chat. But above all that, you're supporting like me and my team, and we've never accepted sponsorships in 6.5 years. I've never monetized a YouTube stream ever. Like, it's just, we don't do it. Play copyright music to enhance the quality of the stream. and never pushed affiliate marketing links on anyone. So if you do want to see this continue, you want to see us prosper, doing the right thing, going the hard route, which is ensuring my integrity to you, joining the Patreon is the single best way to do that. So third of the month, third best day to join the Patreon. So I just got to say it. And I do appreciate anyone who does do that in the coming moments or whatever, or whenever you do it. So thank y'all for coming out. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. And I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the TA.
Adios, turd nuggets.